What's going on, B1 High School? I hope you guys are excited for week 1 of our gatherings. This is one of my good friends over here, Cassie Gutierrez.
What's up, guys?
So we decided this semester that we're going to have kind of some Q&As, some discussions, some conversations, rather than me just yapping all the 5-minute video time that you guys watch these. We're going to have some real deep conversations, some real cool stuff is going to take place, and Cassie is going to help us hit this thing off. So we are going to be in Romans chapter 1. We're going to be in the whole book of Romans for this next semester, but Romans chapter 1 this week. And we're going to talk a little bit about some things that we talked about last night and this past Sunday, but also bring some new things and some stuff you guys will discuss this gathering week. Sound cool?
Sounds
You
good.
ready?
Yeah, I'm
All
ready.
right, let's do it. So our first question that we have is, why are we so afraid to get help when we make mistakes? Because we talked about this idea at service that, you know, it doesn't matter if you're black, white, yellow, green, young, old, whether you're in health and good health and bad health, it does not matter. We all make mistakes, right?
Right.
In the Christian world, we call that sin. But it's not, nobody is exempt from it. We all do it. And so why are we so afraid when it takes place to get help? What do you think?
Yeah, I think two things come to mind automatically. One is vulnerability. So I think a lot of times when we make a mistake, we don't want to be vulnerable with someone because then they see the depths of our heart and they really see what we experience, and a lot of times we want to hide those things. We don't want people to know that.
Sure.
Because once they know those things, we assume that they look at us differently.
Yeah.
So a lot of times it's like, I want to hide this as much as possible so that people don't know everything about me
really
and know the really ugly things about me.
Mm.
So yeah, vulnerability is a huge one, and trust. A lot of people do not have people that they can trust. We have so many outlets nowadays on social media, and we all have friends, people we follow, people who are encouraging us, but we don't have, you know, mutual trust where we can really trust that person, that they're not going to look at us differently and know that what they have to say about our mistake is actually something of love that's coming from
help
them,
you.
to help you. So I think those two things are the big things I notice. Is
cool.
Yeah.
And that kind of pretty much goes right into our next question, is why is it so important to get help? Because you guys, it's important. It's crucial. You have to have people in your life, people that love Jesus, people that will walk hand in hand with you through this thing we call life, through this adventure that really is life. And so why is it so important? Because it's crucial. We know it is.
Yeah.
But what makes it important?
What makes it most important is we can get stuck in our own lives, and we can get stuck on the way we think, the things that we like, and we will just start making decisions based off of that. And what we think is not always right, which, you know, for instance, we make decisions that are terrible. So it's always good to have another voice in your life that you can trust, and that someone that can bring wisdom into that mistake that you made or that situation. So it really brings a diversity of thought. So I think it's super important.
Yeah, and I think too, because you know, Cassie and I are still really young. We're right there with you guys, and you guys are young, still going through high school, and there's people out there that have already lived everything we've already gone through. So to think we got it all figured out is just ridiculous.
Stupid.
It's dumb. Yeah, it doesn't make any sense. So we can go out there and find people that have already been through what we're going through, and they can say, hey, I did it that way and I turned out this way. I'm telling you, go this way and it'll be a lot better. So
exactly.
well, we have one more question for you guys, or for you, Cassie, I should say, and then you guys will get into your questions and your passages in Romans and all that. So with this whole idea, we're going to kind of dive in a little bit to this book, and the first chapter of Romans talks about this idea of exchanging the truth for a lie. And then God goes on to say, you know, if you're going to do that and you're going to do whatever you want, you know, you can have the desires of your heart, and but you're going to have to face the consequences of that. And so I think what we're trying to get at here is, what causes us to do that? Why do we exchange the truth for a lie? What do you think?
Simply, we just want to do what we want to do. And we don't care about the consequences. We just want a justification as to the decision we're making. So easily we're like, oh, I'm going to exchange a truth for a lie, or a lie for a truth, so that we can actually do what we want. You know? So simple as that.
I feel that. That's true. And so, you know, we talked about it a little bit earlier as well. You know, if you're at that party, or if you're talking to this friend, they want you to do this or that. The point where you exchange the truth for the lie is when you say, oh, it won't be that bad. It'll be okay. I'll go and it'll be fine. When deep down you really feel that, you know that's not okay. That's when you have exchanged the truth for a lie. And so you guys are going to talk a little bit more about that in your passage. We're going through the book of Romans. I'm telling you, it's going to be awesome. Cassie, thank you so much for hanging out with us today. day.
Yeah, thanks for having me, guys.
Yeah, I'm excited. So you might see her more. You don't know. You never know what we got. So that's it. That's all we got. We're done. We'll see you next week.
Peace.
Gucci. Gucci bowling.